Welcome back, guys, to another video. Today, as you guys see through the title and the thumbnail, we are making a video about why you should not move to Florida.
Yeah.
Stay home.
Stay where you are.
Stay away.
We want to be kind of the devil's advocate in this situation. As you guys may not know, we moved here from another country, and so
From the northeast.
From the northeast of Canada. We moved here for several reasons, but we thought that we'd make a video to tell you guys why maybe you shouldn't move here. It's not to deter you from coming here, but it's just an honest
Things that we've kind of encountered on spending a few months here, kind of testing the waters and giving that information to you guys.
Because a lot of people don't like the things that we're going to list.
And a lot of people are making rational decisions to just move without testing the waters first. So this video is going to be helpful to you guys.
Yeah. So let's get right into it. We broke it down into 5 different sections. The first section being the weather.
The weather. It is hot.
It's hot. It's hot and it's sticky, and then it's sticky and it's hot, and winter here is great and it's dry, and the summer is also great for us, but it is very hot. It's over 100 pretty much every day, and the humidity is like above 90, so you're just hot and sweaty all the time if you're outside. A pool is a must.
Pool is a must. And also, if you don't like sweating,
it's a bad place.
It's a bad place for you.
And if you don't like rain.
Yeah, and if you don't like rain in the summertime, it's also a bad place for you. And another thing you guys are going to have to get used to is using Yeti cups. Because
it's not sponsored.
That is not sponsored.
It would be great if they sponsored us, but it's not.
It would be. But anything that you drink outside of your home will get hot in about 2.2 seconds. So, Yeti cup, a must. So now we're done talking about that.
All right. There you go. Yeah, no, we haven't really drank any hot coffee since we're here, but if you were to drink hot coffee, you just leave it out and it stays hot. It actually leads to the next thing, because you always need this here because it's so hot.
Yeah.
You always need
hydration, which is the water. So water is very important. You need to drink a lot of water. You need to kind of stay hydrated, and it's good to keep your water cold, at least for us.
Yeah.
We love our water cold. Talking about water, the one negative thing that we realize here in Florida
that we were blessed with in Canada
is the water quality sucks. Horrible.
Yeah.
The water tastes bad, and actually after doing research, we've realized that Florida water is not.
Yeah, you shouldn't drink tap water here. Honestly, the real issue is that all the water purification centers are really outdated for today's chemicals that are in the water from either pesticides and other things that are put in the water, even from like drugs of people that put, pills and stuff. So they're filtering out things that are from the past, and so there's a lot of stuff left over in the waters, and that's really bad to drink.
And you end up drinking it. And then if you're a car guy or a boat guy like I am, washing your car sucks because the water is like super hard. It leaves spots everywhere.
Yeah.
You definitely need a filtration system.
Yeah, exactly.
At least to drink the water. And if you own your house and you want to spend the money, I think it would be good money spent to actually have a really good decked out filtration system, so you're not drinking all that crap.
Yeah, and I'm gonna actually buy this. TikTok made me buy it, but I am going to buy those shower heads that actually filter, because the effect on your hair is like really noticeable. My hair has become much drier here, and I've had to change kind of my whole product of what I've been doing to my hair for it to look the same as before. So anyways, you just have to move around a couple things in your life. Like we had to buy a filter and stuff like that, but you work around it. We were buying water, but it becomes kind of expensive and tedious to always go buy water, and you kind of feel like you're just always drinking water that's in plastic.
It does get expensive, for sure, because $10 a week, at least a minimum on waters.
I know, it just adds up with the gas and everything. It's like, all right.
The next topic is
bugs and wildlife. So I guess coming from the north, you're kind of used to like, it's just a bug or whatnot. But here you actually have to watch where you're going. We're lucky here that there is maintenance on our property, and we're by the water, and we're not like deep into the woods. But I do have a horse, and we do go to the barn. And the previous barn we were at, there were moccasin snakes. And this barn that we're at now, they have sprayed everywhere, and they kind of look around. But there are, like, if you see an ant here, there's a good chance it's a red ant. Our kids learned that really quickly. They were climbing everywhere. Both of them got red ants all over. It's terrible. It takes
red ant bites.
Red ant bites. It takes like 2 weeks to heal. It's terrible.
And it takes 1 second for it all to happen.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And like,
so you gotta, So you gotta always keep your eye out for where you're walking, what you're doing, where you're putting your hand, what you're about to lift, a rock, because there's all sorts of critters and
a lanai is a
poisonous.
must.
And a lanai, we questioned it before we moved here.
Yeah.
But once we were in it, we quickly admired the fact that we had one. So, and then we had friends come by as well, and
they were like, "What?"
They questioned it as well, but as soon as they realized how big and
it's worth it because you feel like you're inside your house. So you're outdoors, but you feel like you're inside. It makes you use your terrace or your outdoor, your backyard even more. It's great because you can leave all your windows open. There's no bugs that come in. So that's like a must in Florida.
For sure. Moving on to the next topic is the cost of living. Holy smokes, is it expensive? So if you guys know Florida or don't know Florida, at least for myself, what we knew Florida to be was one of those like best bang for the buck to live at places to live because it was cheap. I guess people didn't want to deal with like the adverse weather or the heat and everything else that we're saying. So all these like problems because they're not new. We're just handing them out to you guys on in a little package.
Yeah.
The cost of living here has quadrupled over the past 2 years and has gotten really expensive. So this house that we're living in was valued at like $300,000 and it's currently valued at close to
1.2.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Like 4 times that.
Talking about the cost of living.
Inflation is at its peak with 8%, which is historical. So you can really feel that in the food prices. Like we've been scouting a whole bunch of different stores for food. We go to different stores for different types of food so we can get the best price. The gas has gone up like crazy. Obviously, it's not as high as up north, but it is significantly higher than you're used to. So if you come here, you need to really get your pocket ready because buying is pretty impossible right now. And the cost of living is just so much.
You're going to have to get your wallet ready. You're going to have to get your bank account ready to go down in the...
And if you guys want to know how much it actually costs us to live in Florida, you guys could check out this video. I'm going to have it up here and also down below in the description. We break it down for you how much it costs us to live in Florida.
For our family.
Let me tell you, it has 5 figures. All right. On to the last thing, and you guys probably know what we're about to say.
Is the bad weather that comes with living in a tropical place, which is hurricanes.
Yes, I was waiting for that.
Hurricanes can be kind of scary. They could be intense.
They could be a deterrent to some people.
Deterrent to a lot of people. We haven't personally experienced one yet, so we are not going to sit here and talk like heroes or talk like He-Mans.
But the fact that there hasn't been one in years is like a key indicator. Let's just say we got here in the winter and
everything was great.
Everything was great, and then as summer kind of rolled in, yesterday was the first day of summer, they started putting up all these temporary signs everywhere along the streets, which are hurricane evacuation routes that are all like, and then it's all written subject to flooding, a road subject to flooding, and we're like, well, we're pretty much, we have water in our backyard, our front yard already floods whenever it rains.
Yeah.
And so,
And again, and if you guys know anything about Florida, but like, exactly, like Florida's a flood zone to the fullest. So
I think we're like 12 on 12, 11 on 12 in terms of flood zone. We're a flood zone.
We're a flood zone.
We live in a flood zone.
We're a flood zone. So
thankfully we have a boat.
For sure, if a hurricane hits, like we, for business, like we own a roofing company, so it would be a...
Not that we prey on it, but the thing is, it does make a lot of opportunities come up because we do work with insurance and we do work on roofs, and roofs are subject to get damaged. Therefore, that creates more job for us, and then we're able to
just like anything else, like that's the way the market works.
Let's just say, for us personally, living in the desert is not the best idea because of the work that we do. We need a lot of rain, we need storms, and we need, and there's a lot of storms here. So, fun fact though, the locals have told us that the last time there was a bad hurricane here, it actually took out all the water from the harbor. It didn't flood. It actually took all the water out, which caused even more damage.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, we have no idea. We'll let you know if something's happening.
So I guess from what we've gathered for ourselves, our personal selves, is that we're going to come up with a plan. Well, we kind of have a plan.
Yeah.
Let's kind of like get the hell out of harm's way.
Yeah, I mean, we have storm shutters.
We have storm shutters.
And
like we know exactly what to do. It's always good to have money saved up just in case you have to like flee the state or move from city to city, or just hop on a plane or hop in your car or whatever the case may be. Make sure your house is well protected. Make sure you're ready to go. Like the lanai, for example, like, you know, somebody told us, like, you know, if a hurricane's coming by, make sure you cut all the screens out, because if not, the whole lanai could go flying in the hurricane. So so these are small little things to keep in mind. Like, if you're not that risky type of person that's willing to kind of like see some sort of devastation at one point in your life, whether you like it or not, because it will happen.
It will. Like,
being here thinking that it's not going to happen,
is lying to yourself.
Is lying to yourself.
But I saw somebody say the other day, it's kind of like when you hear a blizzard is coming up in Canada, you're like, oh my gosh, a blizzard. But then when you're actually in it and you're used to it every year, you kind of get accustomed to it. Yeah. So apparently that's what happens with hurricanes. And
we've heard from a few locals as well, is that if you don't see a number 3 in front of the hurricane, you got nothing to worry about.
We were here for like a Category 1/tropical depression, but it was Category 1 at the beginning. So we did see some really heavy winds, but exactly, that's what they told us. Unless it's a 3 or higher, don't worry about it. Don't even bring in the furniture.
And us being from the Northeast, I was like, can we bring in the chairs? I was ready to pack and board up the whole house. And finally the storm just rolled by with nothing. And
there's a lot of alerts. Like, that's what we've realized as well, is that on your phone and your email, you get alerts of like lightning strikes, because every day lightning strikes here. It's like a daily thing. And they're like, oh, it was 20 miles away from you. Like, so that you know when it's happening.
For sure. So just to sum it up, you know, everything comes with a risk. If you're looking to move here to Florida, just keep in mind of all these things that we spoke about. It is expensive now. The weather is kind of a problem. If you don't like the heat, water, make sure you bring a truck of water with you that's already purified. And that's about it.
Yeah.
Anything else? Any bonus? Let's try to think of a bonus thing.
Of things that in Florida that are different? Camera overheated. Oh my God, that's another bad thing here. Everything overheats.
Yeah, so our camera just literally overheated.
And we're under covered lanai in the shade.
Final thing. We've experienced going to certain places inland, and let me tell you, if you really don't like the heat, you cannot survive at a house without a pool or living on the water. Like right now, we have a pool, and we live on the water, and we have a boat at the dock. This is not to show off, it's just to talk about that, you know, if the heat really attains us, like during the day, whether you're moving around, you're 10 steps away from like kind of like dunking yourself in the pool or going out on the water. And believe it or not, when you're out on the water, there's more wind, you don't really feel the heat, so you're actually in a better position than the people that are living inland. So if you want this style of you know, living, again, it's going to cost a lot more. But in our point of view, it's worth every single dollar.
Because otherwise you're always leaving your house to go somewhere and it's costing you money. Whereas we found that we spend less money on entertainment because we spend so much time at home. So,
And we love being home.
We love being home. I adore being home.
So that's our little personal bonus, and this thing's about to turn off again.
Yeah, so we're going to cut it right here. Thank you guys so much for watching.
If you guys have any questions, comment below, contact us, whatever it may be. We'll be glad to answer any questions. And if you guys like this kind of content and what we bring to this table, subscribe, please, and give the video a like to kind of help us out.
And we're so happy to hear you guys' stories. Like, we've had messages from people that have moved here now that, like, we inspired them 6 months ago, and now they're here, and we're going to go meet up with them. So we just love hearing your stories, so please tell us down below. Let us know. We love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next video.